and the Jamaicans being all black, you can pretty much see how that whole Moorish paradigm also went. Okay, so moving right along. What transpired the last couple of months with all the weather?
Yes.
With all the weather. One, there was an angel by the name of Ariel.
Okay.
Ariel. Ariel. And that angel rose up, I think, sometime in March. And it's a she, but the name of this Ariel is called the Lion of God. The Lion of God. Now, it's interesting because this is one of the few ones. Now, you can read about her in a book, Gustav Davison's book, Dictionary of Angels by Gustav Davison. That's the definitive text of all the angel stuff. Gustav Davison's book, Dictionary of Angels. I think it came out in the 1960s, but it's the one that all these other books have been using. It's like the Holy Grail, and it's still in print. But it is explained in there that this Ariel angel, which is called the Lion of God, is also one of the angels that's also a demon. So let me try to explain this and try to take this out of religious wicked practices and then try to understand this as pure energy. Because that's all we're talking about with everything is this energy and formulas. So now, Ariel is called the Lion of God, but Ariel is depicted as a woman. So the Lion of God that's a woman is none other than Sekhmet. You see, it's none other than Sekhmet. It could also be a form of Hecate, in which comes from Samaria, because she has one of her things is a lion, one is a ram, and one is a goat or something in some type of thing, a three-headed deity. But in this thing, the Lion of God is none other than Sekhmet. That would also be a form of Durga in India. And so, in so many words, because we're dealing with formulas now, she's also the God that is over nature.
Yes.
She protects nature. Now, this is an angel now.
Right.
She protects nature, but she's also a demon, which means she can also be the destructive part of nature.
Right.
So the first thing, when we had the earthquake in Japan, you see what I'm saying? That was the destructive element.
Yes.
Okay, then we had these tornadoes that hit. Now, which is very interesting because the preacher did come out. The preacher came out and said that the end of the world was supposed to be, when was that supposed to be? That was about 3 weeks ago.
That was about 3 weeks ago. He talked about it. It was actually on the 12th, I believe it was, when he said the world was supposed to come to an end. Yeah,
that was a little later than that, wasn't it? Supposed to be, May, no. Was it, April? Well, I don't know. Anyway, let's put it this way. He was wrong in the calculation, number one, because he calculated some shit from Noah's Ark. You know, it's the worst thing that you can't calculate stuff from the last books that's put on the earth. You know, second than the Quran, the Bible is one of the last. Half of human history was over before there was anything known as a Bible.
Right.
So it's, you know, you see what I'm saying? So you can't really calculate. And then to calculate this thing off of Noah's Ark, which is a mythology. It was not even a real event. The only event that we have of a Noah's Ark is some type of Atlantean thing. And we can go even further to say that it meant that the real thing is when the physical world covered over the spiritual world, because we had prior worlds or pre-existing worlds. But the Christians are always wrong because they only deal with one book, and he who knows one book knows none.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But in somehow the calculation that he dealt with was in the order of whenever that was, that date, and also October the 21st. Okay, October the 21st. But what did happen after that day was the event in Joplin, Missouri, the tornado.
Yes, the tornado.
It hit that Sunday.
It sure did.
It hit that Sunday. So in some psychic event or whatever type thing with his calculation, it wasn't the end of the world, but they did draw down on something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we know that this has to be a spirit because we're going to talk about two of them. The first one hit was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yes.
And it stayed on the ground and went almost, a couple of 100 miles to Birmingham.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know what happened in Birmingham with the 4 little girls.
Yes, I remember that.
And
yes.
the 4 little girls, we raised those 4 little girls up,
Mm-hmm.
which everybody in Birmingham saw them as spirits.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? For years.
Mm-hmm.
It was known that people would ride by the church and see the little girls trapped in the church. So now, so what did we do? We got the 4 little girls. We hooked them up with 4 goddesses that was around King Tut's tomb and King Tut's sarcophagus. Isis, Aset, Nephet, Isis, Nephthys, Serket, and Neith.
Mm-hmm.
Those 4 goddesses. The 4 goddesses also corresponded, which is also found in King Tut's tomb, is the 4 sons of Horus. So anytime you got 4, you're talking about 4 signs of nature.
Yes.
4 forces of nature: water, air, earth. What's the other one?
Fire.
Fire. 4
Mm-hmm.
forms of nature. So in so many words, for that thing to go out of its way and go to Birmingham, we're talking about the forces. We're talking about the forces
Yes.
of those 4 little girls changed into goddesses. And because all of this is up under Ariel,
Yes.
and Ariel is Sekhmet, and Sekhmet is a Kundalini goddess, then what we're talking about here is multiple goddesses combined.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Multiple goddesses combined. Now, when that thing hit, it's ironic, the distraction is the key. When the one hit in Alabama, I don't know the date, but it hit, I think, on a Wednesday or a Thursday. That Friday, Barack Obama gave up his real birth certificate.
It was right after that, yes. Mm-hmm.
Right. Gave up his real birth certificate. Okay. After that happened, he went in and they so-called said they got bin Laden. Now, we all know that bin Laden, like they said, he died in 2001.
Right.
So basically, they just, everything is for distraction. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Everything is for distraction. So he claimed he got bin Laden. You see what I'm saying? And all this stuff is going on for distraction. That's what it's always for. Anything happen in the news, like the Wienergate, and his asshole here sending pictures of his dick in his drawers to college students.
That's
you see what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
But he's a Jew and just got married to an Arab.
Yeah.
Now, this is one thing key about a ritual like this. In the Arab world, I don't think you can count 10 Arab women on one hand that you know that you have seen outside that veil.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one happened to be a beauty queen that worked for Hillary Clinton, and he just got married. You see what I'm saying? My point here is some shit is just too sensationalized for it to be news. Some of this stuff is for distraction. Now they talking about Wienergate.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And what are the odds of his name being Wiener and he get caught showing his damn dick to a college student?
Right.
So all of this stuff, man, see, is for distraction. Now going back, these earthquakes, the way these tornadoes hit, it looked like Beirut. I mean, when these things hit, it looked like a bomb went through Vietnam.
Yes.
They're saying they ain't never seen nothing like that.
So true.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You see, and the one that hit in Tuscaloosa, but all of a sudden, birth certificates is flying, bin Laden is caught, and the Wiener man done showed his shit.
Yes, yes.
You see what I'm saying? The keep you preoccupied. You see, now you got your Kaylee Anthony story. This girl killed her damn daughter. When she killed her daughter, Barack Obama wasn't even damn elected.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A nigga can steal a candy bar and his ass be locked up tomorrow.
So true.
Now, it's damn near 4 years later, now the Kaylee Anthony shit done come out.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? They save things for key moment based on distraction.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Based on distraction. And so, this is some of the things. This is some of the things that's happening right now. Now, another thing that happened once rose up was the goddess Hecate. Now, the goddess Hecate is shown. Here go another one of those forces. Is another one of these forces. She's shown with a head of a lion, a head of a cow, and the head of a goat. Mm-hmm. And she's a goddess with 3 heads. She's also shows up with 2 other goddesses, Persephone and Demeter. And amongst all of those, they're also called the 3 fates. Now, the 3 fates in Greek literature, which is Phoenician, when they show up, it's all over. They're the judgment. Mm-hmm. Now, in Egypt, they got 4 fates. But it's interesting here, they never show in the picture the 4 statues together. Can't find no books with all 4 statues. Every now and then you might find a little scampy drawing, but when they do the statues, they always will show 3. So they got 4 fates, which is 4 forces of nature, but they got the 3 fates, which is also Hecate. Now, when she first showed up, is when the Birmingham, Alabama, tornado hit. This rise of Hecate and the 3 fates. But it all started with this force of Ariel, which also can give you the whole thing with Japan. You see, with Japan. So these are the things that's happening. And so when people asked the question, everybody was looking for that certain day that the earth was supposed to end. And what they didn't realize is the earth been ending with a series of natural disasters every day.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So when I ask when the apocalypse and when the 2012, you watching 2012 before your eyes, you just can't depict it because they got everybody looking for a damn day.
Yes.
Now, I will say this, and let me get my book right now. I always implore people to get this book. It's one of the books that I never, and believe me, I got literally hundreds of thousands of books.
Yes.
But this one book here, I always use this book, and I've been talking about it for years, The Goddess Book of Days, Diane Stein.
Yes, Diane Stein.
It is a must-have.
Yes.
It is a must-have, because this is the only one I know that I can pick up on that actual day. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I wish you would have done one with the gods, which if I get in touch with her, I'm going to tell her to do one called the Deity Book of Days and add both the male and the female.
Yes, that would be...
You see what I'm saying? That would be nice. But this one, and so we're going to look up the other part of what the preacher said. He said he was wrong, that his calculation was a little bit off. Well, it wasn't that much. You did have a little bit of stuff with that Joplin, Texas that hit the next day.
Yes.
He said the earth was supposed to end on that Saturday. Joplin hit the next day, and man, wiped it off the map.
Yes, it tore it up. Mm-hmm.
Tore it up. You see what I'm saying? So let's go to on the Goddess Book of Days right now, and this is what I want. Let's go to October the 21st. Now that is the day that he says that the earth will finally end. But it is curious what shows up on this day.
Yeah.
Now, what shows up on this day? Because every now and then, even the dead can be given information.
Sure can.
You see what I'm saying? That's why I said don't throw out no Bible.
That's right.
Remember, now all that stuff comes from ancient texts. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
You see, and I even got a text in a book called the Secret Books of Egyptian Gnostics. And they said at the conference, they were saying at the conference of Nicaea, they said when they was hashing up the Bible at these conferences, they said that they would have these entities whispering in their ear telling them what pages to re-enter or what pages to keep in. Mm. You see what I'm saying? Which means it's heavily prophetic now. Don't get me wrong.
That's right.
So now because the Bible is full of things that they are contradictions, which is good. If you got something to say, stay away from the dark. Then you also got